What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy TK Torch back with another one. I've been getting a lot of requests for tips and tricks videos, so I decided to do another one. This would be my third one, I believe. And each tips and tricks videos is based around how far I've reached, what I've learned, and everything I understand so far about telekinesis within the basis of my practice and journey and whatnot. Um, Before I jump in, I want to say sorry for how much less I upload now. It's solely because of my work schedule, and once that work schedule lightens up, I guess I'll be um, uploading a little more. I used to be uploading like once every week. I think now it's like one every 2 weeks or something like that. I try to do it a lot faster. But yeah, let's hop right into it. So number one is meditation. Number one is always going to be meditation because without meditation, you cannot. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen without meditation. Unless you're like a saint or something. Not saying you have to be religious to learn TK, but you just have to have a certain level of mental quietness or mental stillness to be able to do this, and meditation is what helps you achieve that. And meditation is not a thing. It's not. A lot of people don't. I've never heard anybody really like describe or define meditation the right way. They keep telling you, close your eyes and focus on your breath and this and that, but nobody never tells you that there's really no such thing as meditation. Meditation isn't an act; it's a state. When you're in the quiet state, you're meditating. So you can be meditating while you're driving. You can be meditating while you're working. You feel me? That state that you get in when your brain turns off and it's just you and everything, and you're there and you're just there, and it's just you and everything else, and you are everything else. Then that's when you're meditating. That's called meditation. That's the state called meditation. It's not a state, but you know. But yeah, first tip: meditation. Practice it daily, nightly, before you practice, after you practice. Do it a lot. You need it. Tip two. Tip two is more based around the practice itself. So tip two is being one with everything. And what I mean by that is you have to see everything as yourself, you know? And I'm not talking about visualization here. I'm talking about conviction, like just pure belief, pure raw belief. And you have to believe it. If you're trying to move a pen, that pen can't be a pen. That pen has to be just you, just part of you. It has to be you. And then you can't you hear somebody say make the pen piece of you, make the pen part of you, and you start thinking, oh, I'll think of it as one of my fingers. No, or something like that, part of your physical body. Your physical body isn't you, so that's why that wouldn't work. you know you have to think of that thing as, you just have to look at it and not see a pen. You don't really have to think of it as yourself. You just have to think of it as nothing, because you are nothing. That's why that works. It's like the reason why we think things are what we think they are is because while growing up, parents and other grown-ups and all of that always told us that this is that, based on the questions we ask them. We see a car, we say, hey, mom, dad, what is that? And they say, that's a car. So we grow up seeing that and saying, identifying that as a car for the rest of our lives. You feel me? So you have to look at that car and not see a car, because it's not a car. It's not really a car. That's just what they call it. Nobody really knows what it is. It's made with what? Steel, metal. No, it's not actually metal. That's not what it's actually called in reality. We don't know. We just named it that so we can get familiarized with it. You know. So that's to be one with everything, and not in a sense of syncing everything to your body. You know, you have to sync your consciousness to the rest of consciousness. You know, you have to you have to open your consciousness up and be one with everything. Don't judge anything, don't judge anyone. When you see someone, you have to see them as you, part of you. You know, basically walk around seeing everything living and non-living as legion, basically. Tip 3 is giving up control. I know it sounds weird because the nature of the power kind of looks like you having control over something, but that's not what's happening. You have to give up control to get control. It's weird. I don't. It's really hard to explain this, but I'll try. Yeah, that's the only way I can explain it. You have to give up control to get control. When you give up a certain type of control, you gain another type of control, the control that you actually want. You know, control without responsibility, I think, maybe. With any kind of power comes responsibility, but not that type of responsibility. Responsibility in terms of, I don't know how to explain it. You have to basically not give up in terms of just saying fuck it and just letting it be what it is. In a sense, yes, that's what you have to do, but don't just like walk around all dead and zombified and shit. You can be enlightened and still take part in the physical realm, because it is part of the whole thing. So if it's here, that means it is possible to and allowed, not just possible, it is also allowed to enjoy the physical and still be enlightened. That's how I see it, at least. But you have to allow the nature of life to take its course. You have to not hold on to things, not cling on to things, not to obsess over things. Welcome.